ask yourself right now, it's so important that you do this. Why must you do no contact? Right? Because when you're doing no contact, it is important. However, before I break down how no contact works, some of the reasons why you might be doing it, and remember, this is a question you have to ask yourself. I do want to explain when no contact doesn't work, what do you do then? So let's just start off by that. When no contact doesn't work, I want you to remember that if you didn't do any self-improvement, you didn't do it correctly, then it's already bound to not work. But the purpose is that you're up for doing it. So that's the initial thing. Now, when no contact doesn't work on the person that you're doing it on, the thing is, they have an idea of how you are like. They think of you a specific way. So let's view it like this. Oh, they can't handle being without me. They can't live without me. Oh, they could go a few days, a few months. Oh, it's the same thing, back and forth, arguing. And we'll not get along for a little bit, but we'll end up right back together. So all that's telling them is that, oh, okay, just wait out until they're ready. Because yes, you're cutting no communication in all aspects, which again, I'll break down in a second, but they don't trust or believe in their mind that you've changed. In their mind, they don't believe that there's actually significant things about you that'll never go back to the old ways. So you can convince somebody by being away and giving absence, but they can only believe that for so long and then they might stop. Or it'll work the opposite way where they believe it and then they stop and then they didn't, then they stop and then they do. So it's like a confliction going on. So it depends on the behavior that you're giving them. This is why you can't do little like cracks in no contact where you're just checking in on them, seeing them, those sorts of stuff. Another thing too is that they could also do the not believing you for a while, and the longer you do no contact, because there is no time period, they are not convinced by what you are doing. They're now like, oh, okay, they've had enough of me, so they have to separate away from me. So that's where no contact can work down the line. But here's the thing. The truth of the matter is also no contact will forever work. And the reason why is because once you've realized that even if that person doesn't want to come back, because sometimes people do no contact for that reason, you've won because you've actually mastered, or let's even say you're getting closer to mastering being away from them and mastering detachment. And that's a whole different topic in itself. But when I asked you in the beginning, why are you doing no contact and why you need to ask yourself that is because you have to understand what's the issue already that's happening. Does this person feel like you're too attached to them, that you can't live without them, that you're needy, that you're clingy? And before I continue on, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. And y'all, I will be doing a lot of these audio voiceovers. This is definitely something I already love to do, especially when it's not like a filming day and I just have more that I want to explain, or a video pops up, or I just want to literally be on an audio and talk. So tell me how you guys feel about this. Anybody watching, or if you ever send it to a family member, let them know to tell me too, because I really like doing this and I hope that you do like it. And I just like feedback because I try to make this contact. Look at me, still thinking about no contact, which I'll get into in a second, but trying to making content like this actually be beneficial or helpful in some sort of way, and all that type of stuff. Another thing too is that if you still haven't purchased the no contact journey, you're going on a journey, but journey as in journal. So you're going to be keeping track. You're seeing how your progress is. Through the no contact journey, you're going to see if you're tempted by the end of the, let's say, month. Let's say if you're tempted because, that person did this and that. And also you get to actually go through understanding yourself. So I'll encourage you through the journal. It's a guide as well. So what it's going to do is just going to give you what you need to do, encourage you to keep going, give you all the reasons why you're supposed to do no contact. I even included affirmations that I know that are so beneficial when you repeat it to yourself. And it's about you letting yourself know these things, because I could tell you how to do things or what will be helpful, but if you don't believe it or if you don't trust the process, no progress will come in. It applies to no contact in real life. Like if you are feeling like I'm tired of not getting the results that I want, or this is so frustrating when it comes to no contact, or it's not working, working for me. This is why I made sure to take my time. And y'all, this is so detailed because I included everything that I would tell anybody, especially when I do consultations and people ask me about no contact. I tell them what they got to do, how it is, the ins and outs, and for their particular situation, what works best. So to kind of just get back into the video of like the no contact and what to do when it's not working. Another thing, and this is kind of giving you a glimpse of like the journal and the guide, but another thing is that you have to wake up every day looking at how far you've came and how your mood is like. I actually included a whole like mood, what you're feeling. I included different like calendars in there, like different ways to track yourself. And then also I made sure to go ahead and have things that you could do that could be helpful, like suggestions while you're doing no contact. So think about this. What did you do when you woke up today? So if that person didn't text you, are you still waking up to be like, oh, I didn't get the text yet? Are you waking up feeling like, oh, I'm not succeeding in no contact because I'm not receiving any message? See, that's a problem there, because no contact journey and going through no contact, the reason why it's supposed to automatically work as well for you is that it was already supposed to begin with you doing it for yourself. I know, again, it's to get back at your ex or making them feel like they need you or making them feel your absence, that sorts of stuff. But that's not going to be successful regardless if you even went back in their life. And you know why? Because if they say, okay, I am going to change my ways, I'm going to fix up after you did no contact, and then you come back, what they will then do is go ahead and treat you like somebody that is still trying to change. Because they see that, okay, you've changed, you did a no contact. But once they know that you're back around, and it's all about when somebody knows that they could have you, it changes the game. Because now it's like, oh, well, it's that easy, or it's like, oh, well, I know I can get that access back. So it's like, you don't want it to be that you just instantly go back. Anytime you do no contact, it has to be that they are showing and proving to you, hey, this is why I've changed, and I'm going to make sure from the time we get back together, moving forward, you see the progress actually showing that I have actually completely changed. So that simply means that you don't have to worry about, oh, okay, well, I'm doing no contact and I let that person miss me in the process and that person doesn't get to talk to me. This is me kind of breaking down how no contact is. So if that person doesn't get to talk to me because I don't text them back and I haven't changed my number because, hey, they know I wouldn't do that, or I have them on socials, I would recommend that if you guys had a blowout or they disrespected you, you don't have to follow each other on social media. You definitely don't have to block, but you don't have to follow them on social media. So those are the basics. And then there's obviously like if they have communication with your family, if your family has to know the situation, you could definitely let them know so they get a heads up. But you could also just not tell them because maybe it'll make things a little bit worse, and then they might contact the person that you're doing no contact on. They might contact your family and that type of stuff. So your goal is just to show from your end, like, I'm done, I'm separating myself from you, or I'm not going to be speaking to you. So when it does not work, you just have to keep it going. Don't think too hard about no contact needing to be like, oh, okay, I have to be so strong, I have to completely do a 360. You could do those things and they'll still help you, but it's in all aspects. Think about your weakest parts. Are you being too emotional with that person? Do they think that you have an issue in this area and they know that you only change in this area, but there's a few other things that you could work on? So do it all for yourself. Get yourself together. Fix those things that are key things. And that's how you're going to keep getting no contact to get closer and closer to working. So I hope this was helpful. I'm definitely going to bring this topic back up. Questions, concerns, anything, leave it down below. And for everything else, exclusive content, so much more that you can get if you go ahead and click the link down below. And don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. I've said it a few times, but just a good reminder, it helps the video. And like I said, if you like videos like this, let me know, or anything else. That's it. Bye, y'all.